Hello Taurus, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Taurus is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, it doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there is the Knight of Cups. That is some Cancer energy. This energy is really good for being of service, for gratitude, for the giving and receiving of love. So you don't know, is this person offering, giving, or receiving? Yeah, I think both. I think it's us learning how to do both. It's us understanding the importance of giving and being of service, but also of allowing that energy into our lives. All right. Let's put this into some context. Let's see what's going on. There could be an older male energy here. We've got Nine of Pentacles. We've got the Fool card, a Three of Pentacles. And we've got maybe an older female energy. This is the Queen of Swords. I don't know that this represents another person. I think we're talking about an older male here. And then we've got the Queen of Cups. We've got the Knight and the Queen of Cups. Both together. Okay, interesting. For some of you, I think this is going to be an older male energy that has passed, older sibling, dad, grandpa, an uncle, or something like that. And then I feel like there's also this older female energy that is still here, that there's a situation, between, it could be, it could be that dad has passed and we still have an improving relationship with mom, that we're still kind of working to, to build things. I almost wonder if there's a family business or something going on here with the 3 and the 6 and the 9 of Pentacles. Well, let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. I do think that the older male energy was afraid of flying, or there was some kind of an issue with heights, I think, with that person, that they either didn't fly or they were kind of afraid of being that high up in the air. The mystery card is over here. Tiny Bob Ross is going to keep an eye out on that card. And we're not going to look at that card until the end, but it will tie everything together. And it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during the show you feel like you know what that card is, or you have a hunch, I want you to put a prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition. All right. Let's take a look around the room again. We've got, for major arcana cards, we only have 2. We got the Fool and we've got the Magician or the Magus. I love these 2 cards. I love getting them together in a reading because I feel like, one, the Fool is natural talent. You're naturally good at something, I think a lot of things, but one thing in particular that is very important in your life right now, and that's kind of the focus of it. And it could be this natural talent to either step in and be the leader, this natural talent to be kind of taking over the restaurant or something like that. I wonder if there is something with food service, especially when we talk about the Knight of Cups. It's this is the feeling, the heart, the desire, the behavior of offering to other. It kind of looks like we're presenting a bowl of food to someone, right? Or that we're receiving that bowl of food. And I think it does work both ways like that. So it feels to me like for some of you there's a family restaurant, some sort of family business that's involving food. And I think that an older male energy was kind of the one running things. Now they have either retired or maybe they passed a few years ago. Or I wonder if now it's time for you to step up and do that. I feel like there is a natural talent here. It is something that you are are naturally very good at. Now, this is raw talent. The magus is developed skill. You've got both, right? There's something that you can combine these two things together. Unstoppable force, unstoppable creative business, and it's like you can be the artist and you can also be the business side of things, right? You can work front of house and back of house. You can be the chef, the creator, the executive chef, the creator of the food, but then you could also be the one that has to order stuff and run the business and know how to to do all that sort of thing. Now, there is this idea of a learned or refined skill here. So this could really be that you have this natural talent to take over this business or this project or be the leader here, but maybe there is still training that has to take place. Maybe we need the continued education. Maybe the raw talent needs to be refined a little bit. Yeah. Maybe it's on-the-job training. Maybe this is saying that you are going back to school for something. So we've got our two major arcana. We don't have any fire energy. So there's this, I don't know if it's a lack of motivation perhaps, or if there's a reluctance. And maybe if this is a person that has passed, right? And it could very well be. There's this reluctance for you to kind of take over. There's a reluctance. There's this hesitation, right? We don't see the motivation to do that. There's no fire energy here. There is water. There is water. That's all the water we got. And we've got our air, up here. And then, of course, we have our earth, 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 and earth. There's a lot of earth here. So the horizontal focus is really on the earth, but the earth is overlapping this water kind of energy, right? It's just kind of, it's intermingling the water cards, okay? And to me, that's kind of like there is this family issue, or this family energy that is kind of weaving together with this physical earth energy, this business, the finances, the kind of, the material world progress, okay? And it doesn't have to be a restaurant. It doesn't have to be an older male that has passed. But let's look at it as the kind of watery, emotional family. It doesn't have to be blood family. It could be chosen family. But that emotional energy weaving into your physical, mechanical, financial, business, career, project kind of energy. Okay, so there is an interweaving of that. And what I kind of feel is like without this motivation, if we don't find some fire energy, maybe the mystery card, that it might be this water energy kind of overtakes this earth energy. Yeah. That maybe there is a family situation that is kind of putting the brakes on your earthly realm plans. Okay. If we see the 3, the 9, and then suddenly we get this water energy, well, then it's kind of, it's hard to get back into the flow of things. And so maybe we're kind of stuck at the 6, which is just like things are on hold, but things are stable and they're, things are okay, but we're not making the progress that we could be. It's kind of like we had to freeze things in the moment in order to deal with what's going on here. And I don't know if maybe the older male energy, if they did pass, it was something to do with their breathing or their respiratory system or something with the air flowing with them, right? And but I feel like they were this very generous person in your life, and this could be mom and dad that we're talking about here. It could be some older male and female energy. I feel like the female energy here is still kind of in the future. I don't know. Maybe now. There's it kind of falls on you to then take care of this older female energy. If it's, we're kind of dealing with dad passing and now we have to kind of, we have a closer relationship with mom and there has to be more focus on that situation. Okay. I still feel like there's some sort of a business, and maybe it's not the restaurant business, but maybe it's the family finances that are now something that have taken on this really heavy emotion, and you're trying to sort through that. Okay, we see the Queen of Swords up here at the top, and this is really what you're looking for. You're trying to find the bird's eye view. You're trying to get a good assessment of the finances without getting all mixed up in the emotions of it. See, the Queen of Swords tries to rise above the tumult, rise above the emotionality of the situation. As difficult as that might be, sometimes we have to kind of abstract our situation so that we can look at the facts. We can see what is going on and what needs to be done and how do we do it, what do we do, and all that sort of thing, without being too influenced by our emotions. Okay? Now, we are, of course, influenced by our emotions, but we have to also look at things relatively objectively to see what is going to make the most sense for the future, because we do want to continue this stabilizing, right? We want to continue to expand. Maybe you're dealing with, mom and dad's financial situation or their investments or something, and it's just like we've got to do what's going to be kind of fiscally responsible rather than what we feel is just like, we want to take care of everybody in that kind of very generous, loving, supportive, and nurturing way. We also have to be practical with how we deal with, the affairs, let's say. But let's talk about these major arcana cards again, because the Fool down here and the Maggot, they're kind of two different. I don't know, do you have a sibling? I almost feel like there's two of you, and I wonder if one is kind of the responsible one. I guess it's on this side because we're talking about the Maggots. One of you is the kind of more responsible one, and the other one might be the one that's a little bit unpredictable, let's say. And so to me, it kind of feels like they're two siblings, and there's just one that's responsible and one that might appear more irresponsible. Doesn't mean it's really a fact, but it's just kind of, I got the appearance of a Fool and a Magus here, right? But it could be that we are really now in our own energy. We're trying to step up. We're trying to really figure this out. And maybe you're someone that kind of has a natural talent, a raw ability, but you don't know anything about estates or finances or any of this other kind of stuff, but you're learning and you're willing to figure it out, to learn as you go. You're stepping up and you're taking responsibility, whether it's a family business or it's the family affairs or it's, we could be talking about a work thing, right? Maybe there was the retirement or the sudden departure of the head of the department, right? And you've been asked to kind of to step up. If you can learn the ropes here, you can have the job, right? Something like that. But let's go to the Path of the Serpent now. And as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. Let's show YouTube that our community here is worldwide. And I want this to be a very supportive community, okay? You can say what you want about me, but anything that is inconsiderate or rude to other members of the community, I'll take those comments down, okay? I want it to be a supportive place where everybody feels welcome. Yeah. So again, say what you want to me, but let's be supportive of each other, okay? Anyway, thank you. I appreciate and I love all of you. Go into the Path of the Serpent, and we start with that Magician energy, and we've got the Earth energy that's coming next. I think the problem here is this Five of Pentacles, and that to me is the fear, the worry. This is the obstacle, and that is really the fear of us making this thing worse, right? That we got a 3, a 9, and we're trying to at least be somewhere in the middle, What we don't want is for this to go horribly wrong. We don't want to fail. We don't want to make it worse. We don't want to lose all the money, right? Ultimately, this is a situation, it's a business, it's a project, it's a family situation. We want it to be successful. We want to make progress. We want the money to grow. We want the business to earn money, right? We want to see progress. We want to see gains. I kind of feel with the 6 here that it's like, I'd be happy if we just didn't lose any money, right? I don't know that I'm, maybe once I learn the ropes a little bit more, we can get back to really turning a profit. I'll be happy with just keeping things stable, not losing anything. Because I think that's the fear, is the 5. And so we're vacillating between a 5 and a 6. And it's kind of like, I can do this. The next moment's like, I don't know if I can. And I don't know if this, maybe it is a leadership role at your career, your place of employment, the neighborhood association that you're involved with, whatever it might be. It doesn't feel like it is merely you and your job or your career field. It feels like there's some sort of a personal connection here. If it's something in the community, in the neighborhood, if it's a volunteer thing or a community organization or a charity that you're working with, if it's a family thing, a family business, the family finances, that feels more in tune with the energy. Okay. Let's see, what else here? What else? I think that the 10, well, especially the 10 of swords here, this represents us, I think, this represents us really surprising ourselves. I think that this card is talking about you breaking through what you thought you knew about yourself. This is really you, like, being surprised at what you're capable of. It's like, maybe you didn't know exactly what your raw natural talents were until you really started trying to refine them and learn about them. And now you're kind of surprising yourself what you're capable of. You're surprising yourself of what you can learn, how fast you can learn, and how good you actually are at doing this sort of thing. Whatever exactly it is. Because this card is really about kind of, breaking through to the other side, so to speak. We're surprising ourselves. We're pushing our own limits. We're seeing what we're made of. Yeah. And we're challenging that. We're challenging our beliefs in ourselves. And it's one of those situations where it's kind of forcing you to step beyond yourself. Yeah. To stop thinking in terms of, I don't know how to do that. I never done that before. I don't think I know. I don't think I could do something like. No, it's like I got no choice but to figure it out. Yeah. And that's what it kind of feels like here with the 10 of Swords, that there's not much of a choice here. It's a situation that we have to kind of step up and figure out. Okay. And I really feel I feel like you don't know that you're the magician, I feel like you don't know that you are this kind of capable about things, right? And I don't know if there's some connection with the house. Maybe the idea of property here has something to do with the house or the building, the actual restaurant building kind of thing. But I feel like there is like a physical location that it's kind of like you're going there and figuring out where everything is and how everything works and why it's set up the way it is, and kind of learning those systems. But I don't feel like there's anybody that's really there to kind of show you and teach you. I feel like you just kind of have to go and like scratch your head, Google it, watch some YouTube videos, figure out, how do I operate this thing, right? Or what am I supposed to do with this paperwork or this machinery, right? Or these finances, right? Kind of learning as you go. Yeah. And I think you really are surprising yourself that this is something that you're very good at. Now, I want to look at the mystery card. I don't know. I'm still kind of conflicted if this is someone that has passed, because I get an idea. Spirit's showing me kind of like a brain and a nervous system, right? Like the spaghetti monster kind of image. So I don't know if this is someone that has passed, or if there's been some sort of an injury or something like that, where this feels very sensitive. I don't know that we should even really be talking about it. I don't know that it's somebody that has passed. I feel like it's somebody that might be might be incapacitated right now. Okay. And I'll leave it at that for whoever that's meant for. We didn't talk about the 3 of Pentacles though in the background here, because I feel like this person, this older male energy, and they feel very generous, they feel very loved, they feel very loving. I feel like they understood how all of this worked, and they're of the old school where it's just like, I know how to do it, I'm going to take care of everything, and they didn't really teach it to anybody else, right? It's just kind of something that they knew how to do. It's like they had their own system, and then you walk into the room and it doesn't seem like a system, right? It seems kind of, it's all over the place. But, it's like stacks of papers are everywhere, but that was their special filing system, I kind of feel like that's a little bit of the energy here. And I feel like you're kind of walking into that and kind of got that fool vibe to it. It kind of feels like this just seems like chaos to me, right? But I think the more you dive into it, the more you're going to see that there is order there. There is some sort of organization. It's just, it was that person's unique way of doing it. Yeah. Well, let's look at the mystery card now. I don't know what we're really expecting here. I want to see something that is successful. I want to see maybe another 9 of Pentacles, a 10 of Pentacles. I want to see an Emperor card. I want to see the Wheel of Fortune card. Or perhaps the Hierophant, your power card, showing that you're taking the Fool and the Magus and you're combining it together and you're activating your very best self, the very best version of yourself. You're transcending all of the limits that you thought you had, you're really pushing your own envelope, If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Well, let's see what we have. Another Magician. Another Magician. Yeah, I feel like this is a situation where you didn't know how magical you really are. You'd had no idea. Maybe you had an inkling, but I feel like this is the real activation of your power, of your magic, of your intellect, your ability, your adaptability, right? Your improvisational talents. Yeah. And this is nice. It's a repeat of the Magician card, obviously. Here we have both of these. It's something, Spirit showing me a monkey, telling me to mention the monkey. What is the connection with monkeys here? That's kind of a silly thing, and maybe it's hard to tell sometimes with me if it's meant as just a metaphor or a symbol, because Spirit shows me like kind of somebody like, not even in a zoo, not even in a confined way, but somebody like interacting with a monkey. So I don't know if that's something that resonates with you or is ringing any bells for you. But even as a symbol, I think it's important because it feels like, it just kind of feels like there's a monkey, just kind of dancing around the room, very busy, but there's like, what are we doing? And I wonder if that's kind of how you feel in this Fool energy. Or if there's a connection with the Magus Magician card here, where we sort of feel as if we are just imitating a successful person, that we are just kind of pretending that we know what we're doing. And maybe that's the key, though. Maybe we've got to fake it till we make it. Maybe we have to just pretend that we know what we're doing, and let's learn. Let's become that. Let's fulfill that. It's dress for the job you want, right? So I kind of feel like that might be a little bit of it too, as we constantly grow and adapt into this situation and become that kind of figurehead. We have to be confident and believe that we're already there, and then, really strive to fill those shoes, in that sort of way. Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link that's either in the corner or there's one down in the video description. New readings for Taurus are every Monday and Friday, 6 a.m. Chicago time, but I'm here every day. Just come on back, see me again tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free, doesn't cost you anything. And leave a comment for me. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know how you're doing. It really does help out the channel for your subscription. So if you haven't yet and you've watched some of these readings and you like the vibe here, hit that subscribe button. It really does help the channel. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.